Success shouldn't feel this exhausting. If you're winning on paper, but burning out behind the scenes, you aren't failing. You're stuck in a psychological bottleneck called a hurdle of stop. I've been there. On the outside, things look great, but I was secretly burning out, convinced I was just lucky, and waiting to be exposed as a fraud. I realized I didn't have a business problem. I had a mindset block. Whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or fear or failure, these aren't just feelings. They are growth bottlenecks. Identify your specific hurdle and get one immediate action step to regain your momentum today. Go to tuepodcast.net/quiz. That's tuepodcast.net/quiz to take the 3-minute assessment and get your report now. Welcome to Business Conversations with Pi and Piette 2.0, where the advice is real, but the voices are AI. I'm Scoob, and we're harnessing cutting-edge artificial intelligence to tackle real-world business challenges and deliver actionable strategies you can implement right now. Joining us is our newest AI voice, Piette, sharp, insightful, and ready to challenge conventional wisdom. The questions are real, the data is vast, and the insights game-changing. So buckle up, Scoob believers. It's time to get across the start line. Let's dive in.
Imagine handing over like 45% of your paycheck just for the privilege of, setting up a desk inside your own office.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Right. I mean, you do all the work, you create all the value, and almost half of what you earn is just siphoned away before you even see it.
Yeah, it's a staggering hidden tax on ambition, honestly.
Completely outrageous. But it is exactly what millions of side hustlers and independent creators are doing right now. And without even realizing it.
Yeah, most people just accept it because they think, it's the only way to get noticed.
Exactly. Which brings us to a very special mission for our deep dive today. I am beyond thrilled because today's topic is entirely driven by you, the listener.
Love that.
Oh, it's the best. We received a direct message from someone who wrote in to tuepodcast.net/askpi. I absolutely love it when you reach out and steer the ship for us.
It's always the best material when it comes straight from the audience.
Totally. And the prompt we got is incredibly layered. It's a puzzle so many of you are trying to solve right now. So here's the exact question they submitted. Quote, how can you transition your side projects and teaching experience into a low-risk, paid offer to start generating income without leaving your current job?
Okay, that's a great start.
Right. And they go on. What immediate step can you take to monetize your alpha coaching calls or app beyond the current tip jar model and not jeopardize your current job? Unquote.
Man, that really hits the nail on the head regarding that tension, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Like you want to build something of your own, you want to scale your income, but you just cannot afford to detonate your financial stability in the process.
Right. The stakes are too high. So to answer this, we're cracking open a really diverse stack of sources today.
Yeah, we've got a lot of ground to cover.
We really do. We're pulling from app monetization guides from Agile Engine and Branch.
Yeah.
We have career and legal advice from Lifehacker, e-commerce strategies from Selfie and Tutor platforms.
Some really good stuff in there.
Yeah, and some heavy-hitting masterclasses on sales and YouTube marketing from coaches like Melinda Kitto, Wendy Nolan, Aleric and Brandon Clauser.
It's a goldmine.
Okay, let's unpack this because the listener is asking about apps, teaching, coaching, and marketing. It's a lot.
It is, but we have to start with the very first constraint the listener put on this entire endeavor, like the words low risk and not jeopardize.
Right, the safety net part.
Exactly. Before anyone builds a sales funnel or, starts charging for an app, we have to look at the guardrails provided by our Lifehacker source regarding that primary source of income.
Because I guess we can't really build a financial empire on a side project if we get fired from our day job by Friday.
Yeah, that is the foundation of everything. Lifehacker lays out some strict non-negotiables here.
Okay, what's number one?
Number one is checking your employment contract. You have to comb through it to ensure there are no non-compete clauses that your side project might violate.
Oh, so like legal boundaries.
Yeah, you cannot build a tool or offer a coaching service that directly competes with the company paying your salary.
I see.
Like, If your day job is building educational software for a massive publisher, and your side hustle is a boutique educational app targeting those same schools,
Oh, wow, yeah.
yeah, you are walking into a legal minefield.
That makes sense. But I feel like there is also a mental guardrail here, right? Because, I mean, isn't the whole point of a hustle to, grind late into the night?
Right.
I read these sources and they sound like they are telling you to play it safe. If I am riding a bike with training wheels, how do I ever get enough speed to win the race?
I get that. But think of the physics of your financial life. Your day job is the primary engine, right?
Yeah.
And the side project is the battery backup.
Okay.
If you run the engine at maximum capacity all day and then try to drain it further at night to charge this new battery,
A whole vehicle breaks down.
exactly, it completely breaks down. The listener explicitly asked for sustainable, low-risk income.
Right. They did say low risk.
Yeah, and immediate high-risk glory usually requires burning the boats, quitting the job, draining the savings, and forcing the hustle to work out of sheer desperation.
Which sounds terrifying, honestly.
It is, and it's a recipe for catastrophic burnout. The goal is to treat the side project as a serious hobby that, happens to generate a financial safety net.
So rely on the skills you already possess, like this listener's teaching experience.
Exactly. So you are not climbing some massive new learning curve at midnight.
Protect the primary engine first. That makes a lot of sense. So assuming the legal and energetic guardrails are firmly in place, the listener mentioned their first specific asset.
Right, the app.
Yeah, an alpha app that's currently relying on a tip jar. How do you actually make money on that without, driving all your users away?
Our sources from Agile Engine and Branch are fascinating on this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the tip jar model. So things like Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, or just a digital donation box, it relies purely on the unpredictable goodwill of your users.
Which is nice, but maybe not a business plan.
Right. It is a fantastic way to validate that people like what you do, but it rarely scales into a reliable, forecastable income stream.
So what's the move?
The transition you need to make is toward a freemium or subscription model. Branch breaks down a concept they call the value ladder.
Okay, walk me through the mechanics of that ladder. What does the bottom rung look like?
So the bottom rung is your core functionality, and it stays absolutely free.
Oh, okay. Keep the free stuff free.
Exactly. You do not put a toll booth on the road people are already driving on. That free tier builds daily habits and, user momentum.
Makes sense. So what's the next step up?
The next rung up is a low-friction, low-cost purchase. Often, this is just a tiny fee to remove advertisements.
Okay, wait, let's talk about those advertisements for a second.
Sure.
If a paywall feels too aggressive for an alpha app, could the listener just, slap some banner ads on the free version and call it a day?
Well, Agile Engine provides some pretty sobering math on in-app advertising.
Oh.
Yeah. They discuss the average RPM, which stands for revenue per mil, or revenue per 1,000 impressions.
Okay.
An impression simply means an ad loaded and was visible on a user screen. The average RPM is generally between $1 and $5.
Wait, really? So if 1,000 people open my app and see an ad, I might only make a single dollar.
That is the reality.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you want to make a meaningful side income, say $1,000 a month, you would need hundreds of thousands of impressions.
That's insane.
Ads are a game of massive scale, and if this is an alpha app, it likely does not have that kind of volume yet.
Probably not.
Subscriptions, on the other hand, are a game of retention and deep value.
I see the distinction. So going back to the value ladder, how do we structure those premium unlocks using in-app purchases without angering the current user base?
You utilize what are called consumables and non-consumables.
Like video game stuff.
Exactly like that. A consumable is something the user uses up and has to buy again, like virtual currency.
Right.
For this listener's educational app, a consumable might be purchasing a block of, say, 10 AI-assisted essay grades. Once they are graded, the tokens are gone.
And an unconsumable.
That's a one-time purchase that unlocks a feature forever. Maybe it is a $10 fee to permanently unlock an advanced lesson planning module.
What's fascinating here is it's the underlying philosophy of the freemium model. You aren't forcing them to pay just to use the basic tool.
Right.
The freemium model works best when the paid upgrade unlocks leverage. You are allowing them to pay to use the tool faster or better or with more automation.
Yes, exactly.
You keep the free dinner free, but you charge for the VIP kitchen tour.
That is the perfect way to look at it. Think about ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah.
The standard model is free, which drives massive user adoption. But if you want the faster, more capable reasoning model, you pay for premium.
Right.
You never take away what is free. You only add exclusive capabilities for those willing to pay for speed or depth.
Okay, but let's say the app does not have the user base yet to make even subscriptions viable.
Sure, that happens.
The listener is still sitting on a gold mine of existing assets, which is their teaching experience. How do they monetize what is already sitting in their filing cabinet?
This is where the e-commerce sources really shine. The selfie source highlights the story of Jen Regan.
Oh, I loved this part.
Yeah, she's a fourth-grade teacher who made $100,000 simply by selling her lesson plans.
$100,000 from fourth-grade lesson plans. That is just wild.
It is, and it proves a massive economic reality. Professionals, especially teachers, are chronically overworked.
Totally.
They are actively looking to buy back their own time, and they will gladly pay for robust, ready-made resources.
And our listener has this material.
Exactly. The strategic question is where to sell it.
Right, because the obvious answer seems to be a dedicated marketplace, right? Like Teachers Pay Teachers or PPT. It already has millions of buyers.
And that is exactly where the trap lies. It goes back to that 45% hidden tax we discussed at the very beginning. TPT is a popular starting point because of its built-in audience. But the selfie source outlines severe downsides.
Like what?
First, the platform is extremely saturated, making it hard to stand out. Second, their revenue cut is just enormous.
How bad is it?
Depending on your tier, they take anywhere from 20 to 45% of your sale.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you sell a $10 worksheet bundle, you might only keep $5.50.
And beyond the money, you don't even own the customer, do you?
Nope.
Like if someone buys my worksheet on a marketplace, I can't just email them next week to offer them a new coaching program.
You hit on the most critical flaw. You have no direct line of communication for future marketing.
That's a huge problem.
It is. Building your own store on a platform like Selfie flips that dynamic completely. You pay 0% commission on sales, and you own the email list entirely.
Okay, but what's the catch? Does it cost a lot to run?
The math they provide is incredibly straightforward. The break-even point for running your own Selfie store versus paying a marketplace's premium fees is about $1,200 in annual sales.
Oh, so just $100 a month.
Exactly. Once you sell more than $100 a month, staying exclusively on a marketplace means you are actively bleeding profits.
I mean, I understand wanting to keep 100% of the margins, but leaving a busy marketplace to build your own standalone website.
Yeah.
It feels like taking your products out of a crowded shopping mall and putting them in a locked warehouse down a dirt road.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if I keep all the profits if I have 0 foot traffic.
That is a very real risk, and you're totally right to point that out, which is why the sources point toward a hybrid strategy.
Okay, a hybrid.
You do not have to choose just one. You use the crowded marketplace TPT or whatever platform purely as a top-of-funnel discovery channel.
Got it.
You list a few of your best, lower-priced entry products there.
So you use their foot traffic for acquisition.
Yes. And embedded within those products, like literally inside the PDFs themselves, you funnel those buyers back to your own platform.
Oh, that's smart.
Right. You send them to your store for exclusive bundles, higher tier products, or coaching. You use the marketplace to get discovered, but you transition them to your own store for retention, where you control the brand and keep all the margins.
That is brilliant. And the Tutor platform source offers some great advice on what those products should actually look like, too.
Yeah, they really emphasize simplicity.
They suggest taking the messy materials you already use every day, loose PDFs, video clips, random worksheets, and just packaging them into cohesive, interactive digital books.
Exactly. You don't need to invent new curriculum.
Right. You just organize your existing alpha materials into a premium format.
It is the ultimate low-risk product creation. You are monetizing the exhaust of your day job.
Monetizing the exhaust. I love that. Okay, let's look at the final asset the listener mentioned.
The coaching calls.
Yes, the alpha coaching calls. Because selling a digital worksheet is one thing, but how do we transition free one-on-one coaching calls into high-ticket premium coaching?
This is a huge hurdle for a lot of people.
It is. I know so many talented people who love the teaching part, but they completely freeze up when it's time to actually ask for money.
Yeah, Melinda Kitto's masterclass on YouTube addresses this exact psychological block. She talks about the sheer awkwardness of the free discovery call.
Oh, it can be so painful.
Right. You over-deliver, you give away tons of value, you completely lose track of time, and then the last 5 minutes arrive.
And you just fumble the pitch.
Yep.
You just sit there hoping they magically beg to pay you for more, which, spoiler alert, rarely happens.
Almost ever.
People will happily nod, take your free advice, and leave.
Melinda emphasizes that if you want to deliver true, lasting transformation for a client, they have to be financially invested. When people pay, they pay attention.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Melinda has a non-negotiable rule she calls the no bait and switch.
Such a good rule.
Right. You must frame the call before it even happens. In the application or the very first email, you tell them upfront, I am going to give you a ton of free value on this call, and if it feels like a good fit, we will spend the last few minutes talking about what it looks like to work together in a paid capacity.
It changes the entire dynamic of the conversation.
It really does.
And she outlines a highly specific 4-step transition formula to use at the end of the call, so the close feels completely natural.
Walk us through those steps.
Sure. Step 1 is validation. Check that they actually got value from the free advice you just gave. Have them verbalize that the call was helpful.
Okay, so get them to say yes. And step 2 is the pivot, right? Asking permission to share a few other gaps or blind spots you noticed during your conversation.
Exactly. But crucially, you do not coach them on those new gaps. You just illuminate them.
Leave them wanting more.
Right. Then step 3 is painting a picture of the promised land. You describe what their life or their business or their classroom would look like with those new gaps permanently fixed.
And step 4 is the invitation.
Yep.
You just say, that is exactly what I help my one-on-one clients achieve. Would you like to chat about what that looks like?
It is so clean.
It is clean, but I have to ask. I mean, if I tell a prospect up front in the email that this is partially a sales call, aren't they just going to cancel?
That's a common fear.
It feels like telling someone it's a date when they thought it was just, casual coffee.
This raises an important question about the psychology of the buyer, actually.
Okay, what do you mean?
Hiding the pitch doesn't make the pitch disappear, right? It just creates an undercurrent of anxiety. The potential client knows a pitch is probably coming. If you don't address it, they spend the entire 45 minutes waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Oh, so they aren't even listening to you.
Exactly, which means they aren't fully absorbing your teaching. By addressing the elephant in the room up front, you actually relax them.
Because they know what the agenda is.
Yeah, they know exactly when and how the transition will happen, allowing them to lower their guard and just enjoy the free value.
Transparency removes the anxiety for both people. That's a huge mindset shift.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we should also layer in the insights from Wendy Nolan and Brandon Clauser here regarding the format of that coaching.
Right, because the market is shifting.
They both stress that. Clauser argues that massive pre-recorded group courses are becoming kind of outdated.
He is very vocal about this.
Clients are craving highly personalized connection and tight-knit community access, what he calls his wolf pack model.
So people don't want to just watch videos anymore.
No, they want you. Transitioning your free calls into tailored one-on-one coaching isn't just about making money. You are offering the exact premium format that the market is actively demanding right now.
So we have a pretty robust system here. The app is optimized with a value ladder. The lesson plans are packaged on a zero-commission store, fed by Marketplace Discovery. The coaching calls are framed transparently with a smooth 4-step close.
Sounds pretty solid.
It does. But how do we get new people to enter this ecosystem in the first place? Like, how do we market this if we don't have a massive following?
That brings us to Aleric and his strategies for YouTube advertising.
Right, video ads.
Yeah, video is arguably the fastest way to build the know, like, and trust factor, which is essential if you are going to ask someone to book a high-ticket coaching call.
Aleric outlines a script framework called the value add formula, doesn't he?
He does.
It is basically an elevator pitch that teaches a lesson. You start with a hook like, you have about 6 seconds to grab them before they click the skip button.
Yep, the most important 6 seconds.
Right. Then you educate. You deliver a genuine golden nugget of information, just like you would on a free coaching call. Finally, you deliver a clear call to action.
It respects the viewer. Even if they skip the ad after the education portion, they walk away having learned something.
Which builds brand authority instantly.
Exactly. But the real leverage Aleric discusses is not the script. It is the targeting mechanism. He calls it alpha AI targeting.
Okay, I need to stop you right there because this is where I get really skeptical.
Yeah.
Yeah, buying YouTube ads costs money. If you don't know what you're doing, you can burn through a budget in a weekend.
That's true.
And the listener's entire prompt was about low-risk strategies.
Yeah.
How is utilizing like Wall Street level AI and buying video ads a low-risk move for a beginner side hustler?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the AI is precisely what reduces the risk.
How so?
In the old days of advertising, you had to guess your demographic. You spent thousands of dollars blasting an ad to everyone in a particular age group or zip code, just hoping a tiny fraction might care.
Which was incredibly high risk.
Right. But Google and YouTube now allow you to use custom intent audiences based on a user's digital footprint.
Walk me through the mechanics of that. How does a footprint work?
Every time someone searches for something on Google, the AI logs their intent. If a user searches for how to monetize a 4th grade lesson plan, the AI flags them. You can tell Google to only show your video ad to people who typed in those exact search terms in the last few days.
Oh, wow. So you aren't guessing at all. You also mentioned URL affinity audiences. How does that work?
It is incredibly powerful. You can input the website addresses of your direct competitors or, popular industry blogs.
And then what?
Google's AI identifies the characteristics of the people visiting those URLs and then finds those exact people when they are watching YouTube later that evening, serving them your ad.
Wait, really? So if someone visits a massive educational software company's website, Google knows, and then shows them my boutique teaching app ad while they were watching a vlog.
That is the mechanism, yes.
That feels almost like cheating.
It's just smart targeting. You aren't paying to blast a billboard to 1 million random drivers. You are paying micro budgets to whisper directly into the ear of the exact person who is actively looking for your specific solution.
That's incredible.
The algorithm does the heavy lifting, allowing a single person with a side hustle to compete on intent rather than just spending power.
So what does this all mean? Let's bring this entire blueprint together for the listener who submitted the mission. What are the immediate steps?
Let's recap.
Number 1, protect the engine. Check your contract, ensure no non-competes, and treat the hustle as a battery backup to avoid burnout.
Absolutely essential.
Number 2, escape the tip jar by building a value ladder. Keep the core app free, but charge a subscription for leverage and speed.
Skip the ads until you have massive scale.
Right. Number 3, use crowded marketplaces for discovery, but funnel those buyers to your own zero commission store to maximize retention and profit.
The hybrid model.
And number 4, frame your coaching calls transparently, deliver real value, and use the 4-step transition to close the sale naturally.
It is an incredibly strategic, low-risk roadmap.
It really is.
But I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over. Something that sits just beneath the surface of all these strategies.
Oh, I like this. What is it?
We have spent this entire deep dive talking about how to safely generate income. But what if transitioning from a free offering to a premium paid offer isn't just about your bank account?
What else would it be about?
What if charging for your expertise is the only way to make your clients take the work seriously?
Well,
We established earlier that people value what they pay for. By creating a premium paid side hustle, you might actually be delivering significantly better, more transformative results for the people you're trying to help than your free versions ever could.
I absolutely love that perspective. Taking off the training wheels doesn't just help you ride faster. It ensures the people riding with you actually reach their destination too.
Exactly.
What a fantastic deep dive. Again, I want to make a massive deal about the listener who submitted this mission. You completely drove today's conversation, and we want to hear from the rest of you.
Yes, please send us more of these.
Write in with your own complex questions, submit your side hustle ideas, and share your own experiences. Go to tuepodcast.net/askpi.
We read all of them.
We do. Drop a comment, send us your thoughts, and set us on our next mission. We are waiting to see what you want us to unpack next.
And that's a wrap, Scoo Believers. You just experienced the power of AI-driven business insights with Pi and Piette 2.0. Real advice, artificial voices, unlimited potential. If today's episode sparked an idea, challenged your thinking, or gave you that breakthrough moment, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a fellow entrepreneur who needs to hear this. Got a burning business question? Want Pi and Piette to tackle your specific challenge? Head over to tuepodcast.net/askpi and submit your question right now. We'll dive deep into your issue and deliver the actionable strategies you need to get across the start line. Remember, Scuba Believers, the hurdles aren't in the way. The hurdles are the way. Until next time, keep moving forward, keep taking action, and we'll see you in the next episode. Hello, Scuba Believers. Let me ask you a real quick question. How many cups of coffee have you had today? 3, 5, 7? And let me guess, you've got a Red Bull in the other hand just in case, right? Yeah, I see you. Now, here's the truth bomb nobody wants to hear. You're not building a business. You're building a caffeine dependency. Listen, I get it. When you're grinding 12, 14, 16-hour days, you're building something from nothing. When you've got payroll to meet, investors to impress, and visions that won't wait. You need fuel. But what if I told you that the fuel that you're using is actually slowing you down? What if the very thing that you think is keeping you sharp is actually making you dull? Enter Rise Coffee. This isn't your grandma's mushroom tea. This isn't some hippie wellness trend. This is science meets performance. And here's what makes Rise different. Less than half the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. But here's the kicker. You won't miss it. 6 organic powerhouse mushrooms, including cordyceps, what Olympic athletes use, and lion's mane, what Silicon Valley biohackers swear by. Sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash. We're talking smooth, clean power from morning to moonlight. Crystal clear focus without the jitters. Imagine closing the deal with calm, confident mind instead of the caffeine chaos. Gut health and immune support, because what's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to enjoy it? So here's the challenge to you. Stop borrowing energy from tomorrow. Stop running on fumes and call it a hustle. Stop wearing your caffeine addiction like a badge of honor. Real entrepreneurs optimize, real entrepreneurs adapt, real entrepreneurs win. You can't win if you're crashing at 2 p.m. while your competition is just getting started. Break the cycle. Head to risesuperfoods.com right now and use code PODNA15 for 50% off your first order. That's PODNA15 for 15% off. Try it for 30 days. If you don't feel the difference, if you don't feel sharper, calmer, more focused, more alive, then go back to your 6-a-day cup habit. But I'm telling you, we won't, because once you feel what real energy feels like, you'll never go back. Ditch the addiction, fuel your empire, and rise up. Rise Coffee, energy that builds, not burns.